There is a version of you that must die. Not eventually. Not when you're ready. Right now. It's the version that fears discomfort more than it fears regret. The one that lies to itself with whispers like, "I'll change soon." The one addicted to softness, terrified of responsibility, and numb to urgency. You weren't born to coast. You weren't born to wait. You were born to rise. But you cannot rise while dragging the corpse of your former self. Marcus Aurelius knew this. He didn't write his meditations to feel better. He wrote them to go to war. And that war wasn't with the world. It was with the version of himself that refused to evolve. You won't become by accident. You won't heal by hoping. You won't transform by tweaking a few habits and protecting the rest. This isn't self-help. This is self-destruction, because if you don't kill the weak version of yourself, it will kill every version you were meant to become. So today we go deep. Number by number, I will walk you through the philosophical framework and the ruthless, liberating mindset you must adopt to kill the old version of yourself and build the person you want to be, the person you were meant to be, so you can finally do what you were born to do. Before we proceed, please like, subscribe, and share. This might help someone who needs to hear this. Now let's begin. 1. Leave who you were behind. Every morning you wake up with the chance to start over, but most people don't. They wake up wearing yesterday like it's armor. Same excuses, same language, same delay. I've always been like this. That's just who I am. No, that's just who you've practiced being. The Stoics spoke of voluntary death, not a literal death, but the death of ego, of stale identity, of the soft self that clings to comfort because it's easier than change. You say you want transformation, but you won't get it until you start burying the version of you that's standing in the way. Write its obituary, name its habits, recognize its patterns, then burn them. Don't ask who you've been. Ask who you must become. 2. Master the voice in your head. The most dangerous enemy lives inside your mind. It wears your voice. It uses your memories. It speaks your language. But it's not here to help you. It's here to hold you back. It says, "You're not ready. You failed before. You're not built for this." And if you don't challenge it, you'll serve it. Not because it's right, but because it's familiar. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." So what color are you choosing? Fear? Doubt? Excuses? You have to interrupt the lie. Catch it. Question it. Replace it. Replace "I can't" with "I haven't yet." Replace "This is who I am" with "This is who I was." Your future self can't survive if your inner voice is still working for your past. 3. Discomfort is the entrance fee. The weak version of you loves comfort. It wants soft mornings, delayed starts, convenient outcomes, and zero resistance. But nothing meaningful grows in comfort. Only decay does. The Stoics didn't seek ease. They welcomed friction. Marcus said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Avoid discomfort and you avoid the path. Avoid pressure and you avoid progress. Every skipped rep, every avoided task, every easy choice, it's CPR for the version of you that keeps ruining your future. The stronger version of you, he lives on the other side of pain. He is born in cold showers, difficult conversations, early mornings, and late-night discipline. So stop waiting to feel like it. Step into the fire. That burning sensation, that's the sound of weakness dying. 4th, stop carrying what's already gone. You're not weighed down by the past. You're weighed down by your obsession with keeping it alive. What happened, happened. But you keep feeding it, replaying it, narrating it like it still owns you. You say, "I am the way I am because of what happened to me." Number you are the way you are because you won't stop telling that story. Let it go. Not because it wasn't real, but because it doesn't deserve a seat at your table anymore. The past is only as powerful as your attachment to it. Free yourself. Stop giving mouth to pain that's already past. You don't owe your old story a lifetime subscription. 5. Own everything or change nothing. The weak self loves to blame. It blames parents. It blames systems. It blames timing, bad luck, the weather, the algorithm. But here's the rule. You can't grow what you won't own. The moment you point the finger, you give away the steering wheel. The Stoics didn't romanticize fairness. They said, focus on what is within your control. That's not victim blaming. That's soul liberating. Because when you own your reality, you can reshape it. And when you stop making excuses, you start making progress. So look around. Your results, yours. Your habits, yours. Your stagnation, also yours. You don't need guilt. You need ownership. Only then will the old you finally starve. 6. Choose discipline over feeling. You want to know why you're not where you could be? Because you're still waiting to feel like it. But discipline doesn't care how you feel. It just asks, will you show up anyway? The weak version of you wants permission. The strong version acts without it. Marcus Aurelius never waited for motivation. He had duty. And you do too. The gym doesn't care if you're tired. The book doesn't care if you're distracted. Your future doesn't care if you're in the mood. Discipline is the practice of acting when it's inconvenient, of keeping promises even when comfort screams. That's how the new self is built, brick by brick, rep by rep, day by disciplined day. 7. Stay teachable, not defensive. The weak self wants to be right. The strong self wants to grow. The difference, one argues, the other listens. You've been wrong before. You'll be wrong again. The question is, will you learn from it? Pride builds prisons. Humility builds foundations. So say it often. What if I'm wrong? Let that phrase open your eyes instead of closing your mind. Because the more you defend the old self, the longer you delay becoming the new one. 8. Build toughness on purpose. Discomfort isn't punishment. It's preparation. Seneca didn't wait for life to test him. He trained for the hardship ahead. You must do the same. Fast when you don't have to. Wake early. Take the stairs. Skip the pleasure. Run in the cold. Read when you're tired. Not for pain, but for power. Every time you choose discomfort, you remind the old self, I don't need comfort to thrive. That's how you become unbreakable. That's how you build a self that can't be seduced by softness. 9. Stop needing to be seen. You are not here to be approved. You are here to be aligned. The weak version of you chases applause. It needs validation because it has no internal compass. But the Stoics didn't measure virtue by compliments. They measured it by action, in silence. Do good without posting. Be disciplined when no one's watching. Make the hard choice when no one will clap. That's power. That's self-respect. That's freedom. And when you no longer need to be seen, you finally begin to see yourself. 10. Live like time is running out. Here's the truth. You're dying. You won't get a reminder. You won't get a second act. You won't get to come back and fix the time you wasted. Marcus Aurelius practiced memento mori, a daily reminder. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. You want urgency? Remember this. There's no guarantee you'll wake up tomorrow. Every second you wait to become who you're meant to be. That's a second lost forever. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop building altars to your potential and start living it. Write the book. End the addiction. Make the move. Say the words. Because death isn't the enemy. wasted life is. And if you truly understood how little time you have left, you'd start now, with everything you've got,